Eddie Van Halen, a figure who not only played the guitar but also created and transformed the way we listen to rock music. Born on January 26, 1955, in Amsterdam, Netherlands, Eddie later moved with his family to the United States in 1962. Eddie and his brother became interested in music at a young age. Their father soon taught them to play the piano. Shortly after, Eddie switched to drums and Alex to guitar. Alex, who preferred playing Eddie's drums, later became proficient in drumming, prompting Eddie to focus on the guitar. They then began performing music at school and various venues with other musicians. During this time, they decided to form the band Mammoth. After collaborating with David Lee Roth several times, they decided to recruit him as the vocalist. They then recruited Michael Anthony for the bass position, completing the lineup, and changed their name to Van Halen in 1974. Van Halen quickly achieved great success. Their self-titled debut album, Van Halen, 1978, immediately became a big hit with songs like Runnin' with the Devil and Eruption. Eddie's iconic guitar solo in Eruption revolutionized the paradigm of rock guitar forever, introducing new techniques and sounds never heard before. Eddie Van Halen's influence in the music world extends far beyond the rock genre. Guitarists from various musical styles have tried to emulate his style and technique. Even bands from subsequent generations, such as GNR and Metallica, have acknowledged Eddie's significant influence on their music. Eddie Van Halen's achievements as a musician are recognized with various awards, including Grammy Awards, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, and Lifetime Achievement Awards. However, his success is not limited to official awards. His influence in the music world will never be forgotten. Eddie Van Halen began learning the piano at the age of 6. At that time, he struggled to memorize his teacher's finger movements while playing to be able to play a song because he couldn't read sheet music. So, he had to do that or listen to recordings repeatedly to understand them. His efforts made his teacher and family unaware of Eddie's deficiency in reading sheet music. However, Eddie admitted that the habit of listening to classical music recordings repeatedly had influenced the way he wrote songs. Eddie Van Halen's full name is Eddie Lodewijk Van Halen. The name Lodewijk was given by his parents as a tribute to one of the most influential classical musicians in history, Ludwig van Beethoven. Similarly, Eddie followed suit with his own child. He named his son Wolfgang as a tribute to Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Eddie Van Halen is known for his ability to play the guitar without formal sheet music training. He taught himself guitar and developed his own playing style through intense listening and practice. Despite lacking formal music education, his creativity and deep understanding of music enabled him to create innovative guitar riffs that have influenced generations of musicians. In 1983, Van Halen made history by becoming the highest-paid musician for a single performance. The band reportedly received an impressive $1.5 million for their appearance at the U.S. Festival, a groundbreaking event organized by Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak. This record-breaking payment highlighted Van Halen's immense popularity and commercial appeal at the peak of their career. Eddie Van Halen famously played the solo in one of Michael Jackson's biggest hits, Beat It. Although Eddie's guitar performance was outstanding in that part, he didn't ask for any royalties for his contribution. He revealed that he did it as a form of assistance to his friend Michael Jackson. In a survey conducted by Rolling Stone magazine, Eddie Van Halen was named the 8th greatest guitarist of all time. One of his finest guitar performances is in the song, Eruption. Pearl Jam guitarist, Mike McCready, even likened Eddie to the Mozart of rock and roll. According to Mike McCready, anyone can play Van Halen songs, but no one can play them like Eddie does. Behind the legendary figure of Eddie Van Halen, there is an interesting story about parents who laid a strong foundation for his talent and success in the music world. Jan Van Halen was Eddie's father. A talented musician, Jan was known as a skilled clarinet and saxophone player. He was also a composer and experienced music teacher. Eugenia Van Halen was Eddie Van Halen's mother. Born in 1914 in Indonesia, Eugenia was a loving homemaker who supported her children's musical careers. Initially, the family did not have abundant financial resources. They experienced difficult times, especially after moving from the Netherlands to the United States in 1962. Eddie's father worked hard as a musician and music teacher, while his mother worked as a housekeeper. Their life in America began with challenges, including finding stable jobs and adapting to a new culture. With hard work, determination, and family support, Eddie and his siblings achieved great success in the music industry. The American-Dutch guitarist once battled with cancer that struck his tongue in 2001. To save Eddie's life, doctors had to perform surgery to remove his tongue. Ultimately, Eddie had to lose a third of his tongue. However, because of the operation, his life could be saved. On October 6, 2020, the world lost one of the greatest music legends of all time. Eddie's death, an iconic guitarist who created unforgettable sounds and revolutionized the world of rock music, shocked and touched the hearts of millions of fans worldwide. Eddie Van Halen's death was caused by complications from throat cancer that he had long fought against. Eddie's departure left a huge void in the music world. However, memories of his talent, spirit, and dedication will continue to burn in the hearts of fans and musicians worldwide. Eddie Van Halen, an unforgettable legend, has left an eternal legacy in the history of music.